Yahar, me mateys. Welcome back to another episode. I be first mate Krakenbake, and this be another piratey themed episode of I definitely know what I be doing. Alright, that's about the extent of how much I can handle the pirate accent. But thanks everyone for coming online today, coming to watch us have a little Minecraft fun. For those of you who may remember, last episode we got our first theme, which was a piratey theme. So that's what we'll be working on building around, keeping everything a little bit piratey themed. We've even got our pirate language pack loaded, our hatchet-o timber, cutlass-o timber, cooked swine, which frankly I should probably eat a little bit of that because I'm getting quite low on the food bar. Ahoy! So, we have our nice little area started over here. All we've really got is our shack. But then we do have our sunken ship out there. And then I figured today we'd try collecting up some wood in order to go out and start building our own piratey ship. Hopefully ours will be in better shape though than this sunken one. Now, starting out though, I really don't have a lot of resources on me, so I'm just going to kind of swap things around in the hut, and then it'd be kind of good to probably get a little bit more food before we go too fast. Now, I don't entirely remember what all we've been able to collect, not actually a whole lot so far. But we do have a little bit of iron, and I guess we may as well get that smelting in the meantime. And we've just got this silly little cutlass-o timber, but we may as well get a cutlass-o steel. That way we're able to better defend ourselves against what frightful mobs may be out there in the wilderness. Alright, I am going to try finding just a little bit of a food source quick, just so we can have something to munch on during our exploration. I know that there's been a lot of pigs around this area, and yep, there indeed are some more pigs or swine. Wild swine. Hey, get back here. I want to eat you. There we go. Ooh, that one had a lot of meat on it. Very nice. Which that may have been the last pig in our little island. Who knows? Oh, nope, there's one over there, and, ooh, a colored sheep. Which, actually, we are going to need some sheep later for building up some sails. So that's good to know that there are some of those around here. Hey, get back over here. There we go. Oh, that one barely had anything on it. Alright. So there's a little bit of meat to get started. That'll just help us with having a little bit of food source as we go off adventuring, because we don't necessarily know what we might find off in the little area I plan to go do some wood cutting. And actually, we're going to want another furnace along with, and another crafting table, so I think we'll honestly just kind of make up some fresh ones to bring along with. That way we're not... Oh yeah, a galley oven. Let's go ahead and do that, because we're actually... Well, no, we'll stick with just the furnace for now. That's probably going to be more wildly useful for our off and about adventure, but we'll definitely want to get one of those down the line. Alright, so we've got probably everything we need for the time being, but the middle of the night is not a good time to go adventuring, especially how ill-equipped we are, so we'll go ahead and take a quick snooze, and then set sail. Howdy! I guess I don't necessarily have chicken, but many say that, all meat tastes like chicken, so I guess all our pork will have to do. Alright. Yeah, I think this'll be good enough for our start. So we'll head off this way and go collect some resources for hopefully building a nice seaworthy ship. So over here I'm seeing some darker oak, which is what I'm more interested in using. I feel like that's going to help with just some of the color of the ship. However, we will get some regular oak as well. Oh boy. My birch dinghy there is a little too fast for my feeble steering skills. Alright, these are exactly the types of logs I'm looking for. And to start out with, we're going to kind of need to just collect a whole bunch of them. For no particular reason, I choose this as the first tree. So hope everyone's been having a good Saturday so far. I know it's been pretty pleasant around here. Got outside for a nice little stretch and getting cozied in before any storms move through. As always, it's quite a beautiful day out here in our Minecraft land. It's definitely one of those things you can run into when you get playing a lot, is that you don't necessarily remember what it's like outside in comparison. Uh-oh. Oh, I must run into the bushes. Land capers. Oh, yep, those do hurt. Okay, I think I remember seeing something about bushes like that as being something that can cause some damage, so I guess that must be it. And of course we're going to replant our trees because frankly I don't know how much wood we're going to need for this project. This is going to be a pretty large project, building a ship, and frankly I don't even know if we'll get through building my whole frame today. But we're going to want plenty of trees, so always good to replant those, make sure we've got enough for later. Actually, I should also throw out my furnace and start cooking up this meat that we found, because we'll want to have some food for down the line. There we go. I suppose I could get a lot of fish going. We are in a seaworthy theme right now, so definitely fish is being probably a food we'll be eating a lot, maybe more once I'm out on my ship. That's more what I'll focus on as a food source, but we've landed for the time being and are doing our land resources, so we'll go ahead and enjoy the bountiful food source that being on land can provide. It's becoming ever more clear to me that I really don't know a whole lot of nautical terms. Might have to brush up on those since we're gonna have this piratey theme going for a while, hopefully a while. Of course, as soon as I die, the pirate theme is ended, so hopefully we'll be able to enjoy it and keep working with it for a little while. Ah, can't have that. There we go. Spruce meager shrub. I just love some of the phrases they decide to use for the pirate language pack. I remember back when I had first been playing, that was one of our things that we would use a lot. Oh, I keep walking into those. I better just clear these out. We would use the pirate language and joke around about it, but then you end up having a lot harder time building things just because you don't know what it is that you're grabbing or running into. And considering I don't know the names of about 90% of the blocks these days, that's probably a big handicap for me right now. Yeah, the berries are kind of a nice surprise food source here, so that was a nice extra little find. Our land foraging is working out for sure. But I'd like to get a sapling to drop just so I can plant another one. I didn't have one. Nope. Sometimes they sneak into my other inventory without me necessarily oh, sure, now one drops. Alright, let's see here. So we are going to want some just straight logs. Oh, but what was that? Oh, spruce timber. Actually, we might end up going with those over the blocks. For some of the bigger parts of the ship, since those are in a real ship would be more of the structurally sound area, we'll use kind of the thicker logs, so either an unadjusted timber or an unadjusted log or one of those timbers. They'll be kind of our outlines for the base of the ship, for the masts. Oh, hey! Nice. Got some... Oh, geez, another raid. And a raid out in the middle of the water. They must also be pirates. Well, we're going to ignore them, but I would like to get the sugarcane quick. Yeah, you guys go away. Stay over there. Wonder if that's the same raid from when we'd first started out, that it was kind of crowding around our home base. Ooh, a turtle. Hey, little buddy. Okay, bye. That's true, the berries will help stave off the scurvy. A very important thing for pirates to avoid. One of the challenges of being at sea. I'll replant a couple of these just in case we have to come back here, but otherwise we'll take these back for a farm. Oh, and I am running low on food again. I have been running around quite a bit, so I suppose we'll head back to our furnace and get our pork chops. I could eat some of these berries just to... or these land capers. Boy, those barely refill you. Good thing that they're so plentiful. Ooh, hey, and there's a pig. I just realized, I hope I'm going back in the right direction. This feels right. Might have a little bit of aimless wandering for a minute. Nope, there we go. Excellent. Alright, get these nice tasty pork chops. I suppose I can drop down our crafting table since we'll be wanting that. Throw that in my offhand. Oh. Well, that's good to know. I guess we can maybe get a little bit of a berry farm going. Oh, hey, look at that. How cute. Throw out a couple of those. Have to remember to not walk into them. Good to see that some audience members know the mechanics a little bit better than I do. I'm definitely rusty on some of the newer things, so some advice here and there is never unwelcome. Well, that didn't do anything. That's okay. We didn't really care about those. Oop. I want to eat a pork chop. That's going to be... There we go. Alright. So I think we're going to want... Oh, I do have over a stack of logs. Well, we'll cut this tree down and then maybe start seeing where that gets us as far as some building. Alright. So I believe... Yeah, spruce timbers. Actually, we're going to need a whole bunch of these, aren't we? Alright, well, we'll maybe have enough for a little bit of an outline there. Oh, and the sun is starting to go down. Oh, wow, these are getting These are getting big fast. Ouch. Boy, they hurt already. Little jerk bushes. Ooh, hey, and there's some coal down there. Ooh, don't want to drop down that. Oh gosh. That's what I get for not looking where I'm going. Where'd my dirt go? Might have to scaffold up a little bit. Well, I went the wrong way. Probably should have left a torch trail behind just so I could keep track of everything. If nothing else, I did write down the coordinates of where our piratey base was at, so I can always find my way back that way. Uh-oh. Yep, here come some mobs. Yarr! Haha. Kinda got myself into a corner, so it wasn't necessarily our best attack direction there. That's true. There are a lot more caves and a lot more areas like that to be watching out for. I've noticed there's been a lot of pitfalls that I've had to avoid. Alright, we can get some chicken eggs going. Always nice to come across some of those out in the wilderness. Yep, I am definitely getting lost, and I think I'm getting myself even more lost. I know we want to hang out around the Darkwood, because that's where... Oh. Uh-oh, spider. Yep. Oh, this is not good. Oh boy. Not ready to die just yet. Might have to just bury myself in a hole and wait it out. Oop. Alright, here we go. Getting back into some safe territory. Ah, spiders guarding my dinghy. There it is. Leave me alone. Well, that got a little closer than I was hoping to, as far as... Oh, there's an Enderman around my base, too. A little closer than I'd hoped to ending the series, but looks like we made it back, so... Got some relative safety again. Oh, good, our copper's all done. Not that I really ever have any good use for that, but that'll at least help with some things that we might want for some decoration down the line. I think I'll probably be using some of these. Oh, and is that... Nope, never mind. Alright. Go ahead and drop off some of these things we aren't necessarily needing at the moment. Won't worry about cackle fruit. Yeah, the pirate pack was a good choice. Let's see, not really worth having this single arrow right now. I suppose we can plant some of these sugar cane once we get back out there. Let's make a couple of torches. Alright. Take a quick nap. Get the annoying mobs out of the way. Have some breakfast. Oh, dang it. I don't want that in the middle of my base. looks like we're good to venture outward again. Plant some sugarcane. And then once we get these going, we can head out to the middle and start putting out some of our early shape of our boat and see how much more we're going to need. Oh, it's just some salmon over there. So I want our ship to end up being kind of close to the sunken ship, since they're going to kind of be tied in with each other storyline-wise a little bit. This is looking pretty good. We want it kind of out in the middle of the ocean, but not like completely out. In fact, yep, I mean, I'm starting to get a little further than I wanted to be. So maybe, yeah, right about here seems like as good a spot as any. So we'll start out. We're going to need some blocks to build off of, so we'll just put some dirt out since we're kind of going to be starting out building underwater, since a typical ship is sunken under the water just a little bit. And yeah, these berries are kind of nice for a quick little snack. All right, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's go about there as our starting point for some underwater building. I think that's going to be about right. And we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oops. Oop. How's that starting to look? It's looking pretty nice. Maybe count that as about a third of our total distance we're looking for. Hopefully have a pretty nice sized pirate ship here. And of course, since this is Minecraft, we can always, oops, stayed underwater too long. We can always add or remove from our frame a little bit as we kind of keep working with it, but of course once we start getting too big we don't want to have to redo too many sections. Is this about right? Maybe a little bit larger yet. This is definitely a little out of the scope of the sizes of ships that I'm used to or the sizes of builds I'm used to working on. Oh, hey, look at all that kelp. Boy, that does just explode when you tap onto it. Yeah, another little snack. Okay. I think this is looking about right, though. And so then we'll start kind of having it arch up a little bit. Oops. Yeah, we're going to need a lot of wood, aren't we? I kind of knew that from the onset, but that's alright. Well, I guess that one's going there. The seaweed has decided for us. Alright, now we should be able to stay out of water a little bit. And so this will kind of be our main underframe that we build around. Is this seaweed really in the way? Or am I in the way? It was me. Alright. This is going to make the build a lot easier now that we're actually above water. I think we're basically going to go through all the timbers that I'd gotten. And yeah, I think that's probably... No, we'll go up one more level. And this end will kind of go out a little bit further being kind of the front point of the ship. It looks about right. Again, we can always add on to it a little bit more later down the road, but at least that'll be where we start things off. Oop, there we go. Ah, yes, digging underwater. Good thing it's just dirt we're working with. This will be a little bit more of a nuisance. Of course, it'll help once we get it all the water cleared out of our general building space. Alright. Now this will be our back end of the ship, so we'll kind of start arching this up as well. Maybe should have just crafted a shovel while we were at it. Oops. There we go. We'll have this kind of arch up a little bit sooner, since the back is always a little bit more like that. I say as if I actually know any real things about ships. But how do you know that that's not how they build ships in the Minecraft world? Alright. Well, this is coming out fairly nice as a starting frame, and then I think now that this is above water, we'll just more or less have it keep going up. Yeah, that's looking pretty good. How many more logs do we have? Not a whole lot, so we will have to go get some more logs just to kind of finish our under frame, but this at least kind of gives us our guiding points to start working on, which is nice. I actually didn't think we'd necessarily even have enough logs to get through that, but yeah, I guess we can go out in our dinghy, go a little bit faster. Yeah, I'm liking how that's shaping up to begin with. Again, definitely very, very, very bare bones at this point, but we'll keep working on it. Get this end up kind of going up more into the back, and maybe extend that end out a little bit further. And then, of course, we'll get the sides of the ship, but that's all yet to come. Gonna have to get a lot more wood for all of this, for sure. And we'll kind of have the main lower frame be the dark spruce here, but then we'll be able to use like just some regular oak logs for other parts of it, and then maybe even some birch. I don't know. We'll see if that is a good color, or if just the spruce and the oak is the way to go. Get our dirt back that I threw out in panic. There we go. These berries are probably going to be more of an encumbrance to me in the end, but yeah, that's alright. There we go. Got some health going again, and we can go ahead and start chopping down some more trees. So in general, this episode's probably going to be pretty tree chopping heavy, since that's the main resource we're trying to get a little bit of an outline of our ship, but hopefully we'll at least have a place where we can, a little bit of a platform where we can move out and out of our shack and actually have like a bed and crafting setup over there. And I suppose before we completely finish with our ship, we'll maybe want to get some better gear down in the mines and things, so we can maybe go exploring down in some mines after a little while here. Granted, there's so many holes around that we can probably just jump out anywhere we like and start digging around there. And it's getting dark already again. I remember the days lasting longer. probably be more efficient to just move our camp over here a little bit, since we are working in this general vicinity. Oh, well, that's fancy to know too. I'm finding out so many things about berries today. Better not be running in the wrong direction. I am. All these glistening sandy beaches look the same. Soon we'll have our large ship in the distance, though, to draw our attention, so it'll be much easier. I suppose I could make a compass as well. Yeah, I think we'll just end up grabbing our bed from over here. Oh boy, there are mobs galore. Just waiting for us to come home. Yeah, you know, it's probably going to be a better idea for us to just go digging until, yep, mutinies be about. Appreciate that. Oh, dried sea lettuce. Yeah, we won't do that just yet, but let's see. Yeah, we really don't have a whole lot to work with for building up better defenses at the moment, so I guess we'll just have a snack and run out there with our cutlass o' steel once we're fully charged. I suppose, too, I could make a little peepee hole. Oh, that doesn't really help with the skeletons. Get back in arm's reach over here. Well, guess we're just gonna have to charge out there. Ahoy! Defend yourself, skelly beast. Just, you know, not too much. Oh boy. Oh no! I was too ambitious. Ye be claimed by Davy Jones. Well, that just goes to show I probably should have been working more on getting my defenses up, my armor up. So our piratey adventure appears to have ended a little bit earlier than I'd hoped. Well, I guess we'll rejoin our crew. Shut this door for the time being. Well, I apologize, everyone. The piratey adventure seems to have come to an abrupt end. Just goes to show I probably was biting off more than I could chew there. Oops. So we will gather up. I don't think we had anything that we were really allowed to bring back. Yep, I sure am clicking quite a bit. We can change our language back if I can. Lingo, there we go. This will at least make understanding things a little bit easier. Oh, there we go. I think plundered is what we want to say. There we go. Now we can see things a little bit, or understand what's going on a little bit better. All right. Oh, good to know too that there's the recharge bar. Okay. I think we have it all clear out there, so we'll go ahead and sleep. Cut in half by undead sailor. pop out our bed and peek around. So we'll be, oops, nope, we can't have all of these things. Oh, all these zombies going off in the, alright. There we go. Might as well get back on our dinghy for a little bit of faster transport back to our mainland. So sadly, our pirate adventure is being cut short. Well, thanks for the appreciation and the saying good job. Definitely have a lot to work on as far as general fighting abilities, but hey, that's all kind of part of the fun of getting back into it. And as some of you may remember, I mentioned that this is really my first time ever playing in survival. I'd always played peaceful when I'd done things before, just to focus on building things I enjoyed. So, oops, I think this little alcove. So there's definitely some of the fighting mechanics that I need to be getting used to as well. Ugh, come on now. There we go, steered right in. So thankfully the piratey land is not too terrible far off. We can maybe go back and visit just for fun and maybe as an in-between episode. Which I think then that will bring us to where I'll kind of use this as a chance to do some work around our original home camp. Enjoy our colorful sheep. Oh, these guys, they make it all better that I, just died in such a silly, sad way. And unfortunately, I believe it's this piratey skin is no longer approved, so I'll just have to change quick. If you'll all excuse me here. Yeah, it is hopefully a nice cozy house there. So I do have, so answering the question of will I ever go back to a theme, that is certainly a possibility, especially if it's a theme I particularly enjoyed, or like the pirate theme where it ended very quickly. I may add it back into the mystery bunch. I believe I had about 9 or 10 themes from what had been submitted during the initial run that will kind of bounce around between. And certainly we can, as we continue to progress things, we may either go back or just continue to gather new ideas for themes. So we'll just kind of see how it all works out in that regard. So unfortunately, we are back into our regular standard skin. However, I don't know about you guys, I do still just really enjoy how this came out. So we'll go ahead and do some fun working around our original camp, collect some resources and things over this way, and just kind of fine-tune things. So we won't have any rewards to bring back for our next theme once we do that. Since we didn't progress particularly far. But we at least did get a couple of good experiences, and again, if we do end up going back to that theme, we'll at least have the very, very outline of a ship to work around with. Go back into our house here. Let's see. I'm gonna need to build some more chests in this place. I don't even remember what all we have in here. We didn't spend too terrible much time before we set off on our adventure, our first themed adventure. Get some iron on, so I'm hopefully not as easy to die this time around. Well, and we didn't really get a chance to get too much into our chats on things, but one thing I definitely hope to talk about was some of my favorite pirate-themed things, which I guess we can still discuss a little bit. So I don't know if any of you have any big piratey theme things you went through as a kid or that you still enjoy today. By all means, feel free to throw them out in the comments. I know some of my favorite pirate stories were always those that were adapted around the Treasure Island story. A Muppet Treasure Island still maintains being one of my all-time favorites. But of course, then too, the Treasure Planet was always fun for an animated movie there. It always struck me interesting just how different the... Oh, was I using my sword? Whoops. How different the movie adaptations were from the actual book once I ended up being old enough to read through that. Which it makes sense why there's some parts that they had to leave out and potentially not keep in for all of the kids' movies. I did have the benefit, though, of through one of my Audible months being able to listen to the theatrical adaptation of Treasure Island, which was very interesting. So if any of you are looking for a audio type recommendation, if you're into those sorts of things, that was definitely one I really enjoyed. Let's see. I've actually got quite a few cows. I might thin out the cows a little bit. Since it would be nice to build up a little bit of a larger enchanting area. Now let's see, I do want to leave at least 4 cows behind. A nice larger enchanting area before we move on to our next theme, just because that'll help with our in-between theme runs, and definitely also help with some of the rewards we'd be getting. Oop, hit some of the sheep, don't want to do that. Alright, cows, I have decreased your numbers, so it's time to rebuild. Let's see here. How's our area over here doing then? Our beginning base, or not our beginning base, but our themed area. Still looking good. Thankfully there don't seem to be any creepers about to cause me grief around here. Now we do have our map of our beginningsburg, or whatever we'll end up calling it. We didn't really have enough time to make a map during our theme, so I might actually go ahead and do that. Just more for the fun of it, to get that together. So we've got some leather here, and I'm sure I've got some sticks back in our house. So we can go ahead and put a map together and then head back out to our piratey area for a brief moment, just to capture a map of that and put that up on the board. Unfortunately, it won't have any other souvenirs to come with. Alright, got our... Oh, that's right. A creeper blew up my hedges before we had left, so I better replace some of those. I think... Are those in here? Yes. Gotta tidy things up a little bit. Okay. Yeah, we've got a lot of leather, not really a whole lot for sticks, not a whole lot of other books. And let's see, a map I believe also requires a compass, so I'll need some redstone for that. What all goes into a compass? iron and redstone. Oh, and I might as well smelt up some iron. Oh, is that really the end of our coal supplies? Well, I guess we'll go ahead and go mining for a little while since we're back here, just to replenish some things. Oh, I suppose I can actually grab some of our cooked chicken again now that we're back to our starting point, and I get the spoils of our vast resources here. Alright, I suppose do that. Get our compass. Get some paper. Probably need a little bit more. Yep, there we go. Empty map. Okay. And then a book is just a 1-to-1. It's not too hard. Well, that doesn't make sense. It's not counting the map as a sheet of paper, is it? How's it getting 3? Well, I'm confused as far as how that works. Oh, that's right, we had some gold in there. Oop. And it's getting dark, so we'll go ahead and sleep for a while, get rid of our threat of mobs before we go back out to venturing. Uh-oh, something's dying. Oh, little bite-sized zombie. Oh, jeez, Andy's setting me on fire. Boy, he's surviving a lot longer than you'd expect for such a small little zombie. Yeah, it's good to know about the dried kelp. I know that's supposed to be one of the good options for a fuel source down the line. So I'll definitely look into getting some kelp going at our main base. Especially since we are nearby the water, have such a plentiful resource in that regard. Our sad, sad pirate ship. Yeah, I think this will have to be one that we do come back to, just because the pirate theme was definitely one I was a little bit excited for. Had a couple of good ideas, at least I thought were good ideas. So, all right, we'll get our empty map into our hand, and there we go. So not a whole lot in this area built up, but a little bit, a little to mark, and that'll kind of be our signal as to how that whole run went there. Yeah, lava is definitely, it's nice in the sense that it can smelt so much, but it's definitely one of the resources that's harder to get. I suppose once you get the nether, though, lava's so incredibly plentiful, but it's definitely not the most renewable type of a resource. Which I suppose that's something we could do while we're here too, is set up a portal, get a little bit of a nether access going. Still got a little bit of time that I can hang out and work on things, so we'll see what all we end up getting around to. Oh, and I'm going to want a sign, aren't I? Before I move too far past my base. Let's see. I think I have some signs. Yep, excellent. Huh. Wonder where that separate sugar cane came from. Oh well. Have I visited the Nether since coming back? No, I actually have not yet. I know there's been quite a few changes, so it's definitely one of those things I'm a little bit nervous for, but it's definitely something we are going to have to tackle at some point. So let's see, we'll call this land A Pirate's Life. 1/2 stream. Oh, and I forgot an item frame. Let's see, do I have enough? Nope, not quite. We'll just chop down a tree that's around here. Do I still have... Nope. Guess we're punching a tree. Don't need a whole lot of wood though, so it'll be just fine. Well gosh, all the trees are off in the distance. It's actually probably just as fast to run back. Yep, I definitely know I'm in for quite a few adventures. I know there's the whole other world that you can get to past the Nether. I think the End, which I've never set foot there in any of my runs, so that's definitely something we'll have to work up towards. Not something that we dare jump into right off the bat. Which certainly one of my plans is to attempt to go to the Nether and to the End in any themes we get to, just so that the challenge continues to increase. So those will all be things that we end up getting to down the line. And certainly, depending on the theme, we'll go to certain areas sooner than others. We won't necessarily... like for the pirate theme, I hadn't planned to go to the Nether too soon, since obviously wanting to be more seafaring, but other themes will definitely make more sense to go to them sooner than later. Alright, so you can't see a whole lot on the map, but we've got our tiny little shack that we'd started out, and our tiny little claim point that we'd made, and I don't think our ship even shows up because it's either too far off or it's too thin of a line. It's probably just too far off from where I'd placed the map, not quite making it into that chunk. But that's just alright. This is really more of what we'd worked in. Yeah, that's a sad number. But that's about what I expected to be dealing with for the first couple of runs anyways, so hopefully our next one will do better. That's kind of the goal here, is to each time do a little bit better. Be nice to get a horse. Maybe we should do that quick. What's the recipe for a saddle? Is there a recipe for a saddle? Oh, I suppose since I'm not at a crafting table, I can't do it. Oops. Yep, there definitely are a lot of things in the overworld to discover and to get used to. There's a lot of different types of blocks that I'm not used to. The whole raids are certainly a thing that I'm not familiar with. Lots of different items and crafting tables and that sort of thing. So there's plenty of things that I really have no clue how it works with. Now let's see, that's horse armor, but well, thankfully we've got our good old friend Google. Oh, you cannot craft a saddle. Well, that's a shame. I kind of thought it was something like that. Yep, saddles being loot only. So I guess that's just another signal that it's probably time for us to head down into our mine and see what else we can find, see what else we can venture with. However, last time we had been on, we did get a enchanting table, so it'd be nice to get a couple of enchantments going. If nothing else, to get some better armor and weapons. All right. Let's see here. So we'll use very shiny to get our table back down. And we'll get up a couple more books going. And I think we need quite a bit more for for the bookshelves. Take quite a few planks. Alright, we'll drop off some of these things since our personal inventory is getting a little bit cluttered. Oh, I should cook up these raw beefs. We'll be wanting to take advantage of that. Might have to invest into some sort of kelp farm or something for fuel sooner than later. Alright, what all do we have going on here? Well, let's start out by chopping down some trees, which I think I want to craft up an axe, because I am... down to... Oh no, good, we do have some planks yet. Get an axe going so that we can do that a little bit faster. Build up another little library room specifically. Kind of add an extension onto our house, and that can be where we do all of our enchantments in. I could just set it out anywhere, but it's kind of nice to have a little bit of a structure. Just for good old artsy fartsy sake. Replant our trees, because you never know when you're going to want more trees. There we go. Visit the party room quick. Oh no! Oh no, did the very old sign get blown up by the creeper? Shoot. Oh well, at least the birthday axe is still safe. That's the important one. Still raining out there, huh? Nope, now it's done. Alright, and I think our enchanting area we can maybe put as kind of a back space coming out of the main house. So let's see here. Get plenty of those. And yeah, I suppose we can just kind of have it more or less coming out of here. Yeah, we'll go up one more. And well, let's see. Yeah, we'll do it like this. So I guess those windows are a little obsolete now, but we'll worry about that once we have a way to reuse the glass. I'd hate to just throw it away. Of course, glass is such a cheap thing to remake. Alright, so we've got our little hallway that'll kind of come out. And then... yeah, let's flatten this out with some dirt. Not entirely sure how big of an area we'll want. Enough to kind of be able to... Oh, hey, an apple. Nice. Oh, and look at all these saplings. But we'll definitely want enough to be able to build up a good library around our enchanting table, increase the levels on it. I don't think I've ever actually enchanted anything before, so I'm not 100% sure how this mechanic does work. But I've seen other people do it, so I think I got the main gist of it. Wow. Yep, I went through that dirt a lot faster than I expected I would. That's kind of how everything ends up going in Minecraft, though, where you end up getting through your resources quicker than anticipated. But that's the beauty of the game. You just go and get more. You keep mining, you keep crafting. Alright, that's probably enough to kind of finish off our little area as much as I wanted to anyways. Now I could put some windows in the library, but I think we're going to want it to be more of a dark kind of area, not really open to the outer world, since it's our not necessarily secret zone, but it's where the enchantments happen, so it's a place where it needs to be quiet and where you can focus on your enchanting, or something like that. And yeah, I think this will be good. So we'll go out here. Ah, just barely missed that. There we go. Let's see, I think... How far did I go out? 1, 2, 3, and then a fourth one. I think that'll be big enough for, yeah, that'll be plenty big. We'll maybe put, like, some other things, like a cauldron and things back here, kind of where the magic-y things occur. Let's see, this is 4 blocks there, and then 3 blocks, and then 4 blocks, so 3, 4, 6, 7. I think that'll look good. Won't be completely even, but you don't always want everything to completely line up. I'm sure a lot of people will shout at me for saying that, but... Alright, so we are going to need quite a few more planks. So we'll probably go out and get to our other neighboring trees then to take care of that. Yeah, we'll go in this direction. I haven't really explored off this way yet, so it's kind of nice to head back this way and kind of see what else is in our surrounding area. See if we can't get a sapling one way or another. Oh, there we go. I think that was one. Oh, we already had a whole bunch. Well, never mind. Because as always, I'm going to want to replant these trees just in case. It's nice to just kind of throw them down now rather than wishing you had trees later on. Certainly you can get some pretty impressive tree farms if you know what you're doing there, but we'll just kind of go with the more casual here. Let the passive growing occur. It's kind of fun to go out and explore things a little bit. Oh, hey! Doggo! I don't have any bones, but we're gonna fix this. I wasn't sure if we'd be seeing a dog anytime soon, but this is gonna become our new best friend. I hope he's still there when we get back. And I hope 8 bones is plenty. Alright, doggo, 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 doggo. In my opinion, this is really the only good use for bones in this game, is getting a doggo friend. There's a couple of doggos here. We can maybe start our own pack. Hello, doggo friends. Yes! Oh, it hardly took any. Okay, you come over here too. Oh, 1 try! Alright, you two are now my best friends forever. Oh, they're so happy coming behind me. Look at them. So we're gonna need to figure out some names for these new best friends. So by all means, if anyone has some good ideas for some doggo names, I am open to some suggestions. I have a couple ideas, but if anyone has any good thoughts, we can start calling them. I'll definitely take some suggestions. Well, this just changed everything too. We're gonna need to make some dog beds for these guys. Oh, they're so happy. How'd you get so happy? Oops. Well, that's not very helpful. Alright, you two. Sit and stay. Stinky and Pete aren't the worst names for dogs. It's kind of a good combination there. Complement each other very well. Of course, the one downside now to having some dogs is that we'll be hearing them barking in the background the remainder of the episode. Still not quite enough wood. Yeah, we got one more tree nearby to chop. Oh, dang it. Well, I guess we gotta go around the outside. Yeah, our starting base is definitely looking a little bit goofy with our extension. Oh, come on now. Our extension that we built onto it, but that's just fine. The Beginningsburg area is definitely not necessarily intended to be the prettiest area. Okay. I'm not entirely sure what I want to do for a roof for this area yet. We'd had kind kind of our stone roof. I feel like it did okay with some of the layering and textures with that, but I don't know how well it would expand out to this area. So that's something I'll have to kind of think about for a while. Otherwise, I think this spot is more or less set up and ready for getting an enchanting setup kind of placed. So I think what we will do is go ahead and put something up. And there. So then I think you want to place your books. Yeah, the letters are flying into it, so you want them kind of around it like that. We've only got... Oh, no! I didn't know that breaking a bookshelf would do that. Shoot. Probably because I used an axe. Alright, gotta make another bookshelf. Okay, that's all fixed up now. I'm sure if I would have just punched it, that probably is the way to keep it. That or you gotta have silk touch. Something like that. Okay. Sharpness and sweeping edge. Okay, so it looks like we've got enough levels for some enchanting here. I know you need some lapis here, so let's see. We'll take off our armor. It'd be nice to get at least one or two things enchanted. So protection, projectile protection. I don't have enchanting level 10 though, since, you know, we died earlier. Ah, so you do need silk touch. Thank you for the heads up there. Alright. So I think we'll just do this projectile protection. Since again, I don't really know what I'm doing. And that'll at least do something there. Level requirement 11. Gosh. Ooh, hey, aqua affinity. That's kind of fun. Oh, what the heck. We'll just kind of keep doing this. Oh, and we did get a free projectile protection as well. Probably everyone who actually knows things is just shouting at me down in the comments or in their heads, but well, good to know that some of our viewers are on the edge of their seats there. Sorry you have to go for the day, but definitely don't forget that the streams do end up staying on Twitch for about 2 weeks, and then of course I do have a link to my YouTube channel where I'm slowly backlogging past streams. So thanks for coming along for the day, and don't hesitate to go watch again. Good to know about the enchantment re-rolling there. I think this is probably helpful enough though. A couple of extra protection enchantments just to get us along. Maybe enchant our iron sword just for good times. Knockback, smite, sweeping edge. I guess the knockback is the only thing that we really have. I don't know that that's based on name alone anything we really want. I don't feel like I should enchant my diamond axe right now, but ooh, unbreaking. That sounds like something I'd like to have. Alright, there we go. Efficiency and unbreaking. There, so we've got a little bit of enchantment, a little bit of how do you do's. I'll probably have to read more about enchantments in general, but that'll at least kind of get us going a little bit. So we'll hit the mines, collect some resources, and probably end up calling it a day. Let's see. I can drop off practically all of this for the time being. So Stinky and Pete, you two gotta stay here. We're going down in the mines. Oh, good to know that the protection is a solid choice. Based on name alone, it seemed like it was at least worth getting. Alright. Yeah, I'd gotta reorganize our chests here a little bit at some point, but grab some more dirt just to bring along. It's always good to go down in the mines with some dirt and a water bucket. Our stone sword's finally just about used up. Suppose we should bring some sticks along with, just in case we need to make some torches. Oh yeah, I'm completely out of torches, or do I have some hidden somewhere? I think I remembered tucking some away in one of my other chests. Oh, yep, there they were. Alright, got some torches, some dirt, some water. Yeah, I know villagers are supposed to be a pretty overpowered aspect in the game, actually, from what I've seen and read into, so it's definitely... getting some villager-type things is definitely something we'll do maybe at some point in our main village, but I actually feel like it, in some ways, kind of takes away from some parts of the game, so we won't necessarily rely on villagers too terrible much. But we'll see how my opinion changes on that as we continue along. Alright, so you've got what I think is probably good enough to go down in the mine, so we'll head down here and start getting some resources. I don't really remember which leg of the mine is particularly good to be going down, but oh, and actually it does appear that we're getting fairly late, so we'll maybe just go pick a good mining spot to start out at our next session with, but then otherwise be calling it a day relatively soon. Let's see, was this kind of where I want to go exploring? No, that's right. It was the side to the left of the geode that had our good resources we were getting last time. Yep, economics are definitely a big driver there with the villagers there, and certainly an interesting aspect that you can add into things. Oh, and you know what? This was kind of that mysterious area we'd marked off before, so I think this seems like kind of a fun area to go digging down. So I think we'll go down this tunnel and see what we can find, and hang out here for a little bit, and then call it a day. Thankfully, it's already a nice big shaft, so we don't have to dig down too far, which hopefully means we'll come across some real good resources before too terrible long. Maybe should have left my water stream up there just to help us get down, up and down a little easier. Alright. So what does this have on it again? Efficiency and unbreaking. So I think that means it's just more or less going to be good for when we do come across some good resources, giving us some nice things. Ooh, hey, there's some iron. Particularly the type of thing we were looking for, although some coal and diamonds are always going to be a little bit more welcome around here. It would be fun to find one of the many terrifying things that are down in caves these days. You know, there's supposed to be the deep dark is kind of a big adventure zone, so it'd be kind of fun to come across one of those. Granted, I say that, and it may end up just being absolutely terrible in actuality. I'm certain I'm far unequipped for it at this stage, but that's alright. We're in the in-between themes right now, so if I died, it won't really spoil anything. Actually, maybe I should just be using my regular iron pick right now, since I'm not really coming across any good resources, save my enchanted one for where it's something I want a little bit more of. Oh! Increasing mining speed. Well, sounds good. Well, then we will keep using it here, because it'd be nice to get through this area a little faster. Oh, hey, and here we're coming out into a little bit more of a cavern, and there's some light down here, so that either means structures or lava. Alright, let's see, we can put up a torch so we remember where we're going. And we'll go ahead and get a water stream going just to get our easy up and down for the time being. We can always build our way back up in a minute. Hello, bat. Oh, hey, yeah, look at that. There's some sort of wooden structure up over this way, so some sort of something down here, like an abandoned mine kind of setup. Or a buried fortress. I'm not entirely sure what you call them. Yeah, it's funny how if you continue to find too many of things that you keep coming across, even if it's not necessarily a bad thing you keep finding, it you start feeling worn out from it because you just want a little bit of something different. Alright, well, let's see. We've got this whole kind of abandoned mine area that we can kind of explore a little bit. So I think we'll dig our way through here. Of course, leave some torches behind so we have our trail to remember which way to come back. And maybe this bat will kind of show us which way to go. Well, nothing over that way. This looks kind of promising, and there's already some water gushing out this way, so might have something fun to investigate. Ooh, yep, there's some lava. Make sure to get our torch trail up. And some old minecart tracks. Yeah, this seems like a pretty fun area to check out. So I think for our next stream, what we'll do is we'll kind of explore this area some more, have some fun investigating it, and then after a little while we'll go on and find out our next theme for what we start building around after this. So thanks everybody who was able to come on for the day and spend some time doing some mining and some crafting, and we were piratey for a little while, but unfortunately due to my skills not too particularly long. So again, this has been Crake and Bake. Hopefully you've been enjoying things. Don't forget, like I'd mentioned, the streams will be up for a couple of weeks, and then otherwise I do have my YouTube channel where I'll mostly just be backlogging things. But thanks for coming along, and we'll see you next time.